Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm going to talk to you today about some hair loss because people like to watch my videos. I'm just getting all these subscribers, so people must like me. So, okay, so today I want to... You didn't buy that, right? What if like that were the first time you've ever watched one of my videos and you really thought that's how I talk? That would be weird. All right, we need to talk about this. I brought it up this weekend as I was doing that video with my dad about the pumpkin seed oil and the... what's the other one? Rosemary. But this concept that, and people don't talk about this, it rarely comes up in conversation, but the fact is, as your hairline recedes, it recedes here too. It's not just the top. And we need to fathom that, because as I'm using this rosemary oil to try to see if it helps my hair, I'm having to do it here too, because even if you can't tell very obviously, it is thinner right there. See that? I mean, that's undeniable. It does here too. It's not just the top, it's the sides. And so I've never really thought about that so much. Really, maybe I never thought about it actually. But when you consider whatever someone tries to do to, proactively do something about their hair loss, say they are getting a hair transplant, and I was watching, because one of my favorite shows is The Office, and I know that Steve Carell got a hair transplant, I guess, after the first or second season. And it's interesting because you can look at his hairline here. It looks to me, I could be wrong, it looks like it still goes back here, but up here is where they fixed it. They didn't transplant hair right here, is what it looks like. I could be wrong. But it's interesting too, because even in the old school of men wearing toupees, it still would have to cover this part. And that makes me wonder about Donald Trump, because from what I understand, he's had some hair transplant. He's had some kind of stuff done. But because his bangs do the way they do, it's like they're purposely covering up the sides. So I wonder if there's some major receding back this way to help cover that up. I don't know. But that's something that I've never talked about until I accidentally realized it this weekend, that receding hairlines affects the sides of your hair too, not just the top. And I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, back when I still stated my opinions on Facebook instead of YouTube as I do now, and I made this internet meme of myself, and it had me pointing at myself with like both thumbs. I can't do it because I got the camera hand right now, but it said something like, who has never had a flu shot and never had the flu and has two thumbs? This guy. I made a meme about myself, and people liked it and all that. But again, I don't put my opinions on Facebook anymore. But I did that, and in the picture, this was 2 years ago, I saw my hair and I said, okay, well, I see the receding, whatever. But what really stood out though, I think subconsciously, is that I noticed the shape of my head seemed different. And it wasn't simply that it was taller or the hair loss. It was, I think now I see it, it was that it's going back. I mean, and as it recedes, I mean, that's part of the concept. So I am now aware that as I'm losing my hair, it's going back here on the sides, and not just here. I mean, even here. I mean, this is all receding. If this were the tide is washing this over too, not just this. So it all came about because of this rosemary oil, and I thought, hey, if I'm gonna give this an honest, fair shot, I've got to do it everywhere it's receiving, including the sides. My name is Nick Shell, and I appreciate you watching this video. If you liked what you saw here today, you might be tempted to subscribe, and I will talk about hair loss from a psychological point of view, and then randomly talk about other stuff too. So, thank you for supporting me. I am grateful, and I am emotionally intelligent. Here's Corey. Hey, Corey.
Hello.